We're finally getting the Carnage we needed.
And Tom Cruise sends his globes back.
That and more.
Movie minds. Boom. Oh, no, wait. That's not mine.
Hey guys, this is Ish.
And this is Ant.
And we're Movie Minds, where we keep you up to date with all the movie news, reviews, and some shows.
Hey guys, check us out on all our social media platforms, guys. You guys know which ones they are. Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff. Check us out, movieminds.com or just Movie Minds by itself. We have some great content there, and we're going to continue to upload more new and up-to-date content hopefully soon.
Yep.
We thank you for everything that you guys do. Again, check us out.
All right, guys, let's go on to Worthy Mentions.
Worthy Mentions, we have a great and very drama-centered Worthy Mention this evening, because Seth Rogan says that he does not plan to work with his chummy old pal, James Franco, after the sexual misconduct allegations that he's gotten. Mm-hmm. What do you think this means? What do you think he's talking about? Because I mean, these allegations are not just like they just came out the other day.
Yeah.
So it's just a
3
little
years ago,
weird.
like
It's a bit weird.
Yeah. So I think that because the society in itself is just moving more towards the whole Me Too and kind of cancel culture in a sense, and not that, you know, I don't necessarily agree with everything, but I do see how someone in Seth Rogen's shoes, how he's spent years of his life building up to his career and everything that he has right now. He has a production company as well. All these things that he's invested. I know it's kind of hard to associate yourself with someone that has allegations like Franco has. I totally understand it. It just sucks to see how this is working out, because they're a dynamic duo, dude.
Right,
like,
absolutely.
Dude, Pineapple Express.
The Interview, I love that movie.
Dude, there's so many things out there that I wish Seth and Franco would be together on this one, but oh well.
Yeah, I see it like they've been together since Freaks and Geeks, a show that was on television a long time ago. They met there. They've been friends ever since. They made a lot of movies together, and they've been very, very successful by teaming up and always continuing. What seems a little weird to me, guys, is that Joe Rogan already knew about these sexual allegations, and I think there was even an SNL appearance where he actually makes fun of Franco because of doing that, making fun of a young girl, things like that. So they were keeping it lighthearted about it. But now that I don't know if there has been new allegations brought towards him,
maybe,
or just the fact that they've been there. They asked him, "Hey, do you want to still continue to do movies with them?" And he said, basically, no.
Yeah.
He has no plans. He didn't say no. He just doesn't have any plans, which is a little different. But it's a little political there.
He said no a lot.
Exactly. And so the thing is, I'm sure they're probably still to some degree. He does say that because of this, it has severed their friendship, though. On the article here in Variety, that it did sever their friendship, that it caused some kind of...
Maybe this is why.
And probably this is why. Who knows? Maybe, you know, a friend always tries to help another friend out. Maybe the other friend didn't want to listen, or I can't believe you don't believe about it. I'm sure something like that happened. At the end, though, I'm glad that Seth Rogen is taking care of his career, because attached to someone like this could damage his rep as well. And I love Seth Rogen. I love him coming out in movies, things like that. We'll see what happens with James Franco. Like I said always, and I will always say, innocent until proven guilty, and we still don't know what will happen after. But anyway, we will keep you up to date with that. In other news, we have a great sequel, because I loved the first one. It took me a while, and you watched it, and you told me, dude, you got to check it out. Knives Out, guys. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's a really good movie. It reminds me of the Clue movie.
Yep, absolutely.
But we have a couple of new stars that just joined the cast for Knives Out too. You want to tell them which ones?
Yeah, so Dave Bautista is signed on, and Edward Norton, dude. I feel like I haven't heard from him in a while.
Right.
because he's difficult.
Yes.
Quote unquote, I don't know. Dude, it's so freaking great to see Knives Out being moved on. I just want you guys to know that you guys are gonna get like 10 Knives Out. I swear to you, you're gonna watch every single Hollywood star you've ever seen on big screen or small screen will be in this franchise eventually in 10, 20 years from now. You'll see it. Because it's such a good premise. It's such a great, simple premise. So these two stars, great to see Dave Bautista. I can't wait to see him. I really hope that he kind of steps into more of a sophisticated role in a sense and not be so like macho heavy in it. You know, I just want to see him like with like nice glasses, really clean cut, and just kind of work on that. So that would be cool.
Yeah, and they're working on the two other ones. They're going to be so far. There's going to be set to be about 4 Knives Out, and I think Netflix is about to or someone's going to pay Netflix for about $400 million, up to $400 million to keep the franchise going. And again, this is one of those films that you can't have like those stars come out, because it's one of those that it's just, if you're going to have popular people come out in a movie, this is the one to do it in, because of the way that it's produced, the way that it's directed. It's it just lends itself really well to that. I'm really excited about Edward Norton, and you're right, he doesn't come out in very many things anymore because he's got labeled in Hollywood as someone very, very difficult to work with. And I think he got the label because of not just the fact that he was didn't want to come back as the Hulk, but he also, with other films, that he's always been somewhat of a diva and also a method actor. And so a lot of people sometimes frown upon those things because they act very, very diva-ish. And so but I'm glad that he's coming back to this kind of franchise, because he's such a talented actor. I love the guy. I mean, the guy could act his ass off. There's no question about that. So I'm glad he's coming back. I'm glad they're doing the second one. I will be in the theater this time for sure, because I wasn't a believer in the first one. I was just like, I don't want to go watch that. Yeah. And then I loved it. And then now I'm glad that, Daniel Craig, all of them are coming back for the sequel.
It's going to be good.
But that is your worthy mentions.
Yes, let's go on to some hot tops.
Hot tops,
guys. This actually yesterday, a few days ago, actually, we got the sequel trailer for Venom, and so I am so happy and excited to see this brand new trailer for Venom, the Venom saga, which I know we're gonna get more of these coming out, and we finally see Carnage. Let's talk about this trailer, man.
Yep.
Okay.
I loved it, man. I love the trailer. I did think that it was a little hokey at times, though, to be honest. So if I could take away a little bit of it, if I would have changed anything, I would have changed that they shouldn't have made it so fun, I guess, or so like I felt like Venom was a little too like kind of sounding kind of a little bit
like a cartoonish,
stupidish. But at the end of the day, I really loved it, and I'm gonna say this because of Woody Harrelson. I mean, what can this guy do wrong? I mean, this guy is just amazing at everything he does. And so to see him become Carnage and to see the what they did with the graphics for him is just exciting, dude, to me, to know that they're going to be heading against each other in a world where possibly we're talking about a Spider-Man right now in the same world, in the world where the Avengers come out. So all those things incumbent just excite me. They intrigue the hell out of me, and I'm so excited to want to watch this movie. Yes, did I think the trailer was a little hokey here and there? Yes, but it made it up with just the way that they introduced Carnage, the way that they made Eddie Brock. Honestly, to be honest, Tom Hardy didn't really do much in it. He just was kind of standing there. He didn't even. I didn't even hear him talk.
Yeah, he didn't even really talk do much. Yeah.
But the one that took the burrito on this was definitely Woody Harrelson, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also really, really, really glad to see Michelle Williams in there as the love interest as well.
Right, yeah. I do enjoy the whole banter between the lady at the grocery store and Venom, and how like he's just a regular. Eddie Brock is a regular now and just walking through, and Venom says what's up, and then
like she knows him, right?
Yeah, and then threatens her later on, and Eddie Brock has to like explain, don't worry about it, that's not gonna happen. But it's a pretty cool dynamic there. That's really my favorite part of the whole thing. That dynamic. That it's funny because you said kind of cheesy and stuff like that. Yes, there are moments like that, and I do enjoy those with Venom because he's a freaking murdering symbiotic alien, and so I really like that. The thing that I don't like the most is actually the Eddie Brock thing, and I just feel like, again, the same thing. He wasn't doing much. Hopefully, that's not the way that the film goes. Now, the introduction of Carnage, the whole part when he's in the chamber, right,
yeah.
and he was about to get a lethal injection, and Carnage comes out and steps in. I wonder if that's really the first time, because that would be really cool. I really hope that is the first time. But then it feels like Cassidy, which is Woody Harrel's character, I feel like they know each other already, like Eddie Brock and
okay.
I feel like there's some sort of like past relationship more than just meet up at the jail. Okay. So I feel like there's something there. I'm really excited to see what their backstory is, because I think this story definitely needs that. If you're gonna put two foes head to head, it can't just be the symbiotes that are in conflict. It needs to be some sort of level
absolutely
of like the Woody Harrelson
yep.
and I was gonna say Tom
Eddie
Brady
Brock.
and Eddie Brock's character would
they have
come
to have
together.
some kind of relationship where they don't like each other so that it can make sense, or even somewhat just, hey, you got just something that makes sense that ties them together so that the story will be much richer.
I always think about the animated series, the Spider-Man one, where Spider-Man and Venom come out, right? Venom actually gets introduced,
yes,
and Eddie Brock hates Peter Parker's guts because he like takes away his job and stuff like that, and Eddie Brock hits rock bottom. I love that dynamic, and if an animated cartoon in the 90s can do it, this film better bring it too.
It seems like to me that they have been saying out there, and I was trying to look at the trailer. I didn't see anything that tied. They said that the Avengers was a name of the Avengers was on a newspaper. Little things that tied Spider-Man into the universe. Even though that this was said that there's a possibility that that can happen, I still didn't see anything in the trailer. So hey, you guys watch it and tell us what you guys think and comment below.
Yeah, comment.
Anyway, next topic, hot, and this one's a hot one, man.
Yeah, dude.
This one's crazy. Well,
dang,
as Hollywood runs the Golden Globes out of town, these award shows are gonna not be taking place next year because NBC completely canceled them, bro. I didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
So, and then we have Tom Cruise giving back his 3 Golden Globes that he's gotten for the 4th of July movie that he did.
Right.
He goes for Magnolia, and also for others. And so what do you think, man? Do you think that this was a good move for NBC to cancel the Golden Globes? And do you think that other stars will do the same thing as Tom Cruise did?
Yeah. So I see that Hollywood is canceling the Golden Globes, and so this is the NBC one was like the nail in the coffin. Like there's nothing to be seen now. You guys are not gonna be able to watch the Golden Globes unless they move to another another network, which I don't see that happening at all because no one's gonna want to get them. Hollywood is ready to just call it quits with them, and you're going to see a lot more people canceling that as weeks go by and as the Golden Globes don't evolve. And we'll kind of explain a little bit about that as to why they're being canceled. But this is going to definitely happen a lot more. So I just want to explain a little bit, of what's going on with them. Pretty much, this is the main thing, right? And so the Golden Globes is actually being ran by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, okay? And then this association is set kind of like the Oscars, but instead of 10,000 members like the Oscars, these have about 90, a little bit less
87.
than 87,
87
right?
members, yeah.
So they're all set to vote in the popular vote of whatever film they want to nominate or show that they want to nominate.
Yep.
The problem here is the big ones are pretty much, the first one is that there has been some conspiracy or some allegations that the voters have been bribed to bring in specific movies or stars so that the Golden Globes can be filled of big stars, right? And then the second one, which that way we could just get off the plate, is that there's no diversity within those 87 members.
The 87 people that are in the HFPA, which is Hollywood Foreign Press Association, are all white. There is no diversity. There's no black people since for 20 years ago there hasn't been. And so that's an issue, right? Because obviously, you know, you have the Academy Awards that have 10,000 people that are all mixed up between actors, directors, writers, film executives, musicians, all these, etc., publicists. The Hollywood Foreign Press is only firm journalists who live in LA but work for foreign outlets. And so that right there, and there's only 87.
Yeah.
And so then you get to that point where if you are getting bribed, let's say 3 or 4 or 10 of them, that's a huge deal.
Yeah, that's a big percentage.
That's a big percentage. And so a movie gets to flourish even though it wasn't very, very good.
And from what I've seen, it's happened before in the past.
Also, the money that they get from the movie, because the Hollywood Foreign Press also take donations, because to, you know, give to the students to broaden their journalism, to just help the film industry out. It also is being said that money they use to pay their executives.
Yep. It looks like a lot of shady crap is happening up in there. And hey, so what's your stance on it? Should something be done? Like, do you still believe in the Golden Globes to continue?
No, I mean, it was always something that I always thought that it was just one of the, you know, it's not the Oscars, it's the Golden Globes. I always look at it, to be honest, and I've always said this, where the stars go to get drunk, and they go up there and they have some pretty cool actors up there. Yes, I think it's important for them, especially because I didn't know there was only 87 people with no diversity.
I know, that's
and so going into the Tom Cruise thing, that he gave those awards back. You say, okay, well,
slap in the face.
Was that a good idea? Was he just trying to make the press? But at the same time, you know, Tom Cruise hasn't won an Oscar. You know, he hasn't even been nominated for one. Maybe he has, but I just don't remember. And so he might have looked at those awards like, you know, they probably just wanted me there. They just wanted me there for publicity. And so that's the same thing that they did with the movie The Tourist. They've done that with a lot of movies because of movies that aren't very good, but because big stars are headlining them, they nominate them so that they can go there and walk the red carpet and be in their show, so that this way they get better ratings. And so, I don't think that they're going to be back. I think they're saying that it'll be back at 2023. But to be honest, when you hear 87 people and there is no diversity in it, and all these other things that have come out, and I'm sure more will be coming out, I just don't see them coming back, especially because Scarlett Johansson,
Mark Ruffalo,
Mark Ruffalo, all these people have really been very outspoken about these awards, that they should, you know, reform the whole thing. So we will see what happens. We'll keep you guys updated. It is something that I would watch. I am gonna say that I would watch it.
Actually, me too.
I especially loved it when Ricky Gervais would host it, because he was just hilarious, and he would make everybody feel uncomfortable, and that's what I love.
That's the way.
But
Emmy's timid.
But we'll see what happens. Shame on you, Golden Globes.
All right, guys, let's go on to streaming
and chilling.
Here
we go.
Right. I'll go first. Okay. So this week I have so many picks, guys. I really want to just shout them all out right now and rant. But I'm going to pick the one that I really enjoyed the most, and it's an animated film. It is The Mitchells versus the Machines on Netflix. Okay, guys. So this is a dysfunctional family
I have to watch it.
Road trip is unpended when they find themselves in the middle of the robot apocalypse and suddenly become humanity's unlikely last hope.
How is it? It looks pretty entertaining.
Dude, this is a Philip and Lord and Christopher, I forgot his last name, but they're the two directors that did the Lego movie and Cloudy Chance of the Meatballs.
It looked to me like that.
Freaking good. Dude, this is like if Terminator would be stopped, like the whole like Judgment Day would be stopped by a freaking family of a bunch of, like, you know, really misfits, like the dad, the mom, everything about the chemistry of this cast was amazing.
I gotta watch it. I love that you said that.
I'm just saying, like Maya Rudolph, Danny McBride, Olivia Colman,
Danny
Fred
McBride's
Emerson.
in it. Oh, that's awesome.
There's some really Abby Jacobson. That's the dog, dude. there's just so many great character moments. Even John Legend and Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah.
They come out as characters as the perfect family. They are freaking hilarious. I just love seeing them. I didn't even know that it was them, but it was pretty cool because if you see him, they're pretty much the perfect family.
Yeah.
So they play off that. Such a great time, guys. I suggest everyone watches it. It's a great movie.
I gotta watch it. It reminded me of the Meatball movie, which I love as well. And I have, but I've seen it on Netflix, and I'm like, dude, I gotta watch it.
A lot of heart too, man. Like the father and daughter relationship and that thing. Wow, dude,
that's cool.
Really
My little brother watched it, and he told me, he's like, dude, you gotta watch that movie. And I'm like, I don't really watch animated movies all the time, but when they tell me it's good, I'm going to check it out. Yeah. Definitely checking it out. All right, guys. Well, my stream and chilling this week is going to be on HBO Max, and the movie's called The Kingdom. Okay, a team of U.S. government agents are sent to investigate the bombing of an American facility in the Middle East. And this movie stars Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Garner, Jason Bateman, and a couple of other people, Jeremy Piven, some of these actors that, I mean, this is a 2009 movie, so it's over a decade. Guys, I love this movie, guys. It was one of those movies that just kept you intrigued. It's really interesting the way that the director just shot the movie because the way the pacing of the movie is great. The way that they explain everything is so... It
doesn't feel like an action film. It sounds like more of like a suspenseful...
It is, but it is action. There's a lot of action in it, and it's a suspenseful as well because they go into these areas where it's just like, this is real life. You know, this is something that happens quite regularly, and so they show you even the people that create the bombs and what to look for, and so they kidnap the Jason Bateman character. It's just a great movie, guys. I was watching it and I was just like, oh my goodness! Like,
is it the first time you watched it?
Yeah, it's the first time I watched it.
Yeah, I haven't watched this movie.
It's the first time I watched it. It was on HBO Max. I just like, oh, you know what? Let me see. And I like military movies.
Jamie Foxx, dude.
He was really good,
bro. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, though, the movie just really explains everything really well, and it shows you what it is and what some of the people that are not in the military go through. Even the people that are special ops that go over there to try to solve cases and things like that. Mm-hmm. This happens. This is something that actually happened, I believe, with some fictional things in between, but very, very close to what happened over there. So check it out, guys. It's called The Kingdom. You won't regret it. It's a very good movie. Jennifer Garner comes out in it, and she's amazing in it as well. She does well in every movie she comes out. I have a crush on her. She's great. Check it out. The Kingdom, HBO Max. Don't miss out.
All right, guys. Those are your picks for this week.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, y'all.
Yes, guys. And any questions that you guys may have, if we got anything wrong, maybe you guys didn't agree with us, maybe you guys do agree with us, let us know on the comments below. I love it when you guys let me know. Sometimes you guys just message me directly, and that's great, and that's all fine. But hey, put it down in the comment section. Please subscribe. And as always, and like always, stay
movie-minded.
Movie-minded. Woo!